What's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Welcome to another podcast by Hemp Fit at Zakah Life. Today is episode 12. Today I'm going to answer a question that many ask. How the heck does your products work day one, and how are they working so fast? And this basically ties into the extraction method that we use and the component material that we emulsify with our biomass extracted. So I wanted to dive into this to explain today how this works and how it's scientifically working in the body. So let's dive in. So how does this rapidly work when you take our 50 milligram full spectrum cannabinoid product capsule, which is only 2 ingredients, completely organic, purified of all heavy metals and harmful contaminants, pesticides, residuals. It's literally just a purified, full profile from our genetics grown on organic soil, extracted into an organic coconut oil. How does this work? So have you ever taken CBD isolate or compared to full spectrum? So isolate is basically taking the biomass, which means the plant harvested, dried, and extracted. But when they do it, they purge all the other components or cannabinoids or phytonutrients from that plant, leaving just cannabidiol. Now, when you do that, it is not necessarily a bad thing, a harmful thing, but it is not the most effective because if you think about it, you got 4 tires on a car. If 2 of your tires, or let's just say one of them is flatter than the rest, are you going to get optimum gas mile range? The answer is no. The same thing is with any plants or nutrients that you're taking. So if you're taking a CBD isolate tincture, for example, which is the most common out there, you're just getting the CBD in whatever fat or soluble that is emulsified with that product. And so a lot of people get a first impression of using the CBD and are, let's say, not impressed because they didn't feel much, it didn't work, and that's because they have purged all its brothers and sisters. It needs the whole family of which the plant it was grown in to actually have maximum benefit, to actually cause your body to recognize the structure, to absorb and utilize those nutrients, cannabinoids, and terpenes the way that our body was intended. So let's talk about Zakah Life's 50 milligram capsule. So what do? We grow our genetics in organic black living gold Iowa soil. We then harvest those and put them through a grain bin converted to a dryer, which properly dries them at the right temperature and the right humidity, which is reserving the strength and potency of all those cannabinoids that are inside that plant. When that is done dried, we then shred them into kind of micron kind of pieces. And then we do a very long and slow, low heat extraction into a organic coconut oil base. By doing this over a long period of time, many hours, the cannabinoids, the terpenes, and all those beautiful phytonutrients that are in that plant are all fat soluble, meaning they adhere or they accept or they naturally dive into any kind of lipid or fat. So after the extraction is done, all of the beauty, all the goods that our body needs is now inside of that fat and also activated, meaning they were decarbed, or the acidic form of each cannabinoid was broken off during the extraction. And that's how it activates in the receptors in our body, the endocannabinoid receptors. After that, any residual heavy metals that are left over are water soluble. So we infuse a patented secret ice bath that then removes any left residual harmful contaminants, leaving a purified oil that is fat soluble. This is then injected into a 00 capsule. So inside of this is only the 2 ingredients. There are no fillers. There are no preservatives. There is no need for them. Organic coconut oil alone has all the acidic things inside of it that are needed to eliminate microbial contaminants, pesticides, all the nasty stuff that can grow in there. But then you got the power of the cannabis plant, which in itself is a form of protecting against all those harmful things that our body don't want. So then we infuse those 00 capsules and basically band them so that, if it's a hotter day, the coconut oil will liquefy, but it doesn't leak out of the capsule. This is an amazing product that we have had for a very long time, and it does work day one, pill one. It rapidly works. So let's talk about some other things. So organic hemp biomass is the raw, plant-based source of cannabinoid compounds like CBD, CBG, CBN, and others that interact with our body's endocannabinoid system. Now, at Zakah Life, we use the whole plant. We don't purge anything from it because we love the phytonutrients and all the things that are intended for our body to absorb inside of it. That's why it's called a full-spectrum biomass, not just isolated. This means you're getting the entourage effect, which again, let's go back to the car. You got a car, a Ford Taurus. You got four tires. They're all at 40 PSI. You're going to get optimum gas mile range, or you're going to get the entourage effect, where all the cannabinoids, in our case, terpenes and plant nutrients, are working together for deeper and broader relief. That's why you feel it. That's why we have so many reviews. That's why we have helped so many people, because we just believe in the process of keeping it simple. But when I say simple, I mean that people just try to get big machinery and try to do ethanol extractions and all these other things and combine different cannabinoids from different genetics, and they're just never going to match. And so that's what we mean by the entourage effect. So why does coconut oil matter, and why is it our choice? Well, the bioavailability science is in coconut oil. The studies are out. Coconut oil is rich in MCTs, which many of you probably already know as medium-chain triglycerides. These are the fats that bypass normal digestion, and they go straight to the liver through a portal vein. When cannabinoids like our CBD full-spectrum extracts are infused in an MCT-rich coconut oil, they become highly bioavailable. This means that your body can absorb and use them faster, more efficiently than in most other forms. And that would go back to like the isolates. The cannabinoids quickly dissolve in the fat. And since our body is built to absorb fat, right, it rapidly takes in the cannabinoids right alongside it. So many people report that they feel Zakah Life in minutes, really never extending past a 30-minute mark, especially if you have ate some fats like cheese or something with it. So this is why we do the 30-back guarantee of day one relief, because we've been around 10 years. We know what this capsule does and how it helps, and we do believe it'll change your life. But let's talk about what happens in your body. So when you consume Zakah Life's 50 milligram caps with the MCT infused in it, it enters our bloodstream very quickly, and it quickly binds to CB1, cannabinoid 1, and CB2, cannabinoid 2, receptor inside of our endogenous cannabinoid system, or endocannabinoid system. Endo means inner. The CB1 receptor. So this is a receptor found in our brain and our nervous system. This is where we will feel the anxiety-relieving and mood-stabilizing effects. Now we have CB2, or cannabinoid receptor 2, and this is the most common in the immune system. This is where cannabinoids help modulate inflammation and pain. So what's the result of hitting both receptors with a full-spectrum, medium-chain triglyceride-infused product? Well, you're going to have less joint stiffness. You're going to have calmer thoughts. I would say you're more in control of your thoughts. You're going to see rapid reduced pain and inflammation, and yes, you're going to see beautiful, big, bold sleep. For many, though, this starts within minutes, not weeks, like isolated CBD, thanks to the coconut patented extraction method that we work for. So, again, I just want to kind of speak on how it works so fast. Most products on the market use low-quality carriers or are isolate-only extracts, which our body struggles to absorb. It doesn't recognize when you purge all the brothers and sisters that were supposed to be in your body from the plant. It's very simple. It's very simple. But with our method of full spectrum hemp infused directly into the organic coconut oil, you're getting all the cannabinoids nature intended in a form your body is designed to absorb without synthetic fillers or slow digesting binders, right? Not to mention heavy metals and all the other stuff that are in so many products out there. It's clean, it's efficient, and it's designed to work fast because when you're dealing with pain, anxiety, or inflammation, as many of you listening know, you don't want to wait weeks to feel better, and you definitely don't want to go get chemical medications that can harm you further or, quite frankly, make you addicted. So some of the things that our products help with that we've seen over many, many years is chronic and acute pain, muscle and joint inflammation, anxiety, restlessness, and racing thoughts. That's a huge one. Post-workout recovery, very good. And even sleep support, thanks to the calming effect. We do have the sleep gummies, but the 50s work amazing as well. Our products do include THC in them, but it's only the allotted amount that is federally legal under the hemp law. And so this does not cause a failure to a drug test. It will not make you stoned, but it is mandatory to not purge it inside of that genetic because it helps activate all the other cannabinoids. So to kind of catch up here, you're going to feel it day one, or we're going to give you your money back. You have 30 days for that. And at Zakah Life, we believe in relief that speaks for itself. That's a lot of the reason that I think we're still here is the quality of our products and our intent to be customer one-on-one approach. But that's why our full spectrum ZL 1500 capsules are backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee because most people do feel it day one. It's not really science. It's what I like to call purity, which is the meaning of Zakah. It's purity or to cleanse oneself or to give back. And it's your path to a natural effective relief. I really hope this podcast today brought some light on how nutrients and things we take are actually properly and more absorbed, or what we call bioavailable. And I hope that you have a better, broad understanding of why full spectrum and why Zakah Life is a more wise choice when you're trying to bring prosperity and health and value to your body. I highly encourage you guys to go get a bottle. It's at zakahlife.com. It's the yellow bottle that says ZL 1500 exclusive. Heck, if you hear this podcast and send me an email through the website or at zakahlife@gmail.com or contact@zakahlife.com. Send me an email saying that you listen to this podcast. I will give you 25% off to get that bottle and try for yourself. So that's it, guys. Thank you for joining today's podcast this beautiful Monday, June 2nd. The Hemp Fit Podcast, episode 12, brought to you by Zakah Life. I'm your host, and I hope to talk to you and see you soon. Stay tuned for more. And always remember to live a Zakah life.